We all know the game, but the question remains. Can I become a Legend of the West in Red Dead Redemption? Let's find out. What are the worst trophy types to unlock? Multiplayer. Hands down the #1 killer for platinum attempts everywhere. Of course, I knew Red Dead was a fantastic game, so I decided to get the nasty stuff out of the way first. Beginning the multiplayer does have its challenges as the game expects you to know how to play. I did not. Trying to learn the controls while getting absolutely bodied by hackers and overleveled players was not the best start. I had the basics underway, meaning it was time for everyone's favorite part of Rockstar games, the killing spree. I needed to keep a bounty of 1,000 for about 10 minutes, so your boy got to killing. What better way to cool off than to take a quick trot through the countryside? This 16-year-old game is seriously gorgeous. It's kind of crazy to think what the PS3 was actually capable of. Fast forwarding a bit, I found the combat very frustrating during my play. When clearing the various hideouts, I often felt like a glass cannon. Sure, I can nail a headshot or two, but it felt like I died just as easily. Lots and lots of dying. Alright, I do have a confession. I needed some help boosting the rest of these. I had joined the Red Dead Discord and did my best to get some players to help me out. But I grew impatient and did what any self-respecting trophy hunter would do. I bought a PS3 for my brother. Yeah, I know. Good news, we breezed through the next few trophies on our list. Bad news, I am now out around $50.
Oh.
We actually loved playing through the multiplayer matches though, so we made the most out of this investment. Now, after all of this online play and trophy collecting, you'd think I'd be somewhere close to level 50. No. This meant it was time to double down and get to grinding. However, something I never would have expected happened. Due to not having the moment recorded, the following will be rendered as a dramatic recreation. Yep, some random player saw me while I was AFK and decided to play God. He just gave me the levels. I was boosted from like level 20 all the way up to the big 5-0. I have no idea who they were, I have no idea what they wanted, but I was not about to say no. After all, I'm hardly one to look a gift horse in the mouth. That's like tens of hours saved. I am finally able to dive into the actual game. John Marston. A true exemplar of what good storytelling can do for a character. Coming from Red Dead 2 as my first in the series, it was a joy to now step into the boots of John. I was finally able to experience Red Dead in all of its glory. I consumed the story with ravenous intention, taking in every moment to its fullest. The McFarland Ranch will forever be one of my favorite video game introductions, reminding me quite fondly of Good Springs from New Vegas. Unfortunately, my first encounter with my former friend Bill goes poorly, leading us quite quickly to a foreign land, Mexico. At this time, I did focus mostly on the story, but I wanted to ensure we wouldn't end up destroyed in our many combat encounters. Mexico proved to be awesome, kind of. I loved the story, and I found it to be of the most compelling sections of this game. There are a lot of complicated political ideas being thrown around in this region, and Rockstar does a magnificent job of communicating them with delicacy and humor. It's a dream to play through. Hold on. Where? Oh, excuse me. It's a drag to play through. I misread my script. Yeah, unfortunately, this section of the game is where I started to dip. I was falling in love with the story, but much less so with all of the back and forth that's required to complete it. Though I was impressed by the characters, I was not upset when we said hasta la vista to Mexico. This was one of those big moments for me. I knew we were closing in on my old leader, Dutch. Any who have also completed Red Dead 2 know how amazing his character is, and I was beyond interested to see his eventual demise and to see exactly what happens. Okay, so he shot me. A quick aside, by the way, there was literally one missable trophy in this game. I thought I had missed it and would have to replay the entire game. Turns out it actually popped here and I just didn't notice. Crisis averted, but I definitely lost some years off my life. After our unfortunate reunion with Dutch, I get patched up and meet some of my favorite characters in this game, Professor McDouble and Nastas. The connections made with these two people, and they really do feel like people, truly spoke to me. I am so excited for us all to finish this game together, hand in hand. Okay, I'm gonna have to take care of Dutch now. Shoot me all you'd like, but you will not mess with my friends, bub. Sad to see you go, but it was you or me. John is finally free from the government's grasp and can finally be reunited with his lovely family, who, I must say, are not quite so happy to see him. I suppose being gone for months at a time hunting outlaws isn't the best for a good home life. Knowing my time with John was finite, I had a few priorities in place before the trophy cleanup began. My main goal was to become the Legend of the West, done by completing all 40 challenges before transitioning over to Jack. I don't often roleplay in my games, but I felt strongly about John becoming this legend of man, fully reforming himself and becoming a true cowboy and inspiration. I thought it better for Jack to be the son of that man than to become a legend in his own right. I should have had more reservations about this process. I found these challenges brutal. Even the simplest among them took hours to complete. I didn't have the faintest idea that picking flowers was a step towards becoming a super cowboy. To top everything off, the hunting challenges were definitely my least favorite. I love Rockstar, but however they handled the spawn rates and radius for the wildlife in this game was pure insanity. Bears especially seem to spawn wherever and however often they feel. I managed to take out enough to grab the poorly named hunting trophy. I'm not on the files, but not without getting slightly mauled.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked.
I spent so much time on these challenges, way more than I ever thought I would have had to. However, after the multiple hours of stubbornness, I finally achieved my goal. John officially became the Legend of the West. Come on. Yeah, no trophy for this, which feels a little cheap, Rockstar, I do gotta say. Venting my frustration more positively, I took out a few hideouts in single player to make more of a dent on that trophy list. I was more than happy to return to the combat now. John and I proceeded to complete his household chores and tame the best of the wild mares that we could find to make our home even the better. I really appreciate this final moment that we get to spend with Abigail, Jack, and Uncle, even if we're not supposed to know it's the final moment just yet. The ending I have dreaded the moment I ever loaded the game. It's time to say goodbye. John, you have served me well, my friend. Thank you for an excellent story, partner. Today's song recommendation is Golden Slumber / Carry That Weight, specifically the version by Jennifer Hudson in the film Sing. If you are in a deep place, this song will speak to you. Golden Slumbers is a brilliant piece by the Beatles and has done its due justice by Jennifer. Please give it a listen. Back to the Wild West. Jack Marston. Nah, I'm not doing that again. Though my heart is sad to see the end of our first protagonist, Jack does a great job of filling his shoes. We are officially in the cleanup stage now, so my options become a lot more open. I began this stage by completing our animal compendium, requiring us to kill one of every animal in the game. Thanks to the hours of hunting challenges I completed, I only had a few more to take care of. And as terrible as it sounds, this wild horse was unfortunately the final animal necessary. Now that the reins are fully off, Jack and I get to some gambling. Don't gamble, kids. There are a few specific tasks we must complete, such as winning over 2,000 chips in one hand of poker, grabbing a ringer in horseshoes, etc. The gaming minigames, or I guess they're just games, are so well done and enjoyable. Even for the trickier tasks, I didn't find the monotony frustrating at all. When it's done well, even the repetitive tasks are fun.
Why make trillions when we could make
thousands? Yeah, that's my best attempt at a transition to our next trophy, which involves us taking more legal matters into our own hands. Jack really does take after his father. I go to tackling one of our most challenging trophies I've ever unlocked. We must play American Colonialist Simulator and cause the extinction of the local buffalo. It's honestly terrible. The good news is I am having a great time. After accomplishing my goals with John, this post-game cleanup is a ton of fun. I was speeding through the trophy list now, as I was no longer beholden to plot-related rules. You want to get into a few bar fights? Perfect. All yours. Need a headshot without aim assist? Sky's the limit, man. Jack and I were getting along swimmingly, more than making up for my frustrations during the Legend of the West process. Moreover, I had finally achieved full honor and fame as Jack. All progress carries over from John, so this has been a very long time coming. All of my good deeds have finally come to fruition. Most of the honor and fame comes from the stranger missions you encounter throughout your game. I didn't do a ton of them as John, so there was quite a bit of back end to complete. To be totally honest, some of them are straight up boring, but there are some diamonds in that rough with brilliant storytelling. The California storyline particularly stood out to me. Less philosophically compelling was this trophy for shooting 500 people with a gun. I decided this was the proper time to take a break from the miscellaneous to instead focus on our father. See, there is one more story mission we can complete. Jack quests to find Edgar Ross, the ranking federal agent responsible for the death of John. Though he has since retired, Jack is able to track him down. That one is for you, John. The longest trophy to unlock is Redeemed, requiring 100% completion. This trophy is why we have needed to complete all the Stranger missions, the Legend of the West challenges, win all the minigames, etc. This is the big one. Now that Jack and I have achieved that 100%, I can practically taste the platinum.
Is it edible?
I quickly jump through some random trophies, one needing us to grab a gold medal on a story mission, another requires some expert pony riding away from some marshals, and another is for murdering 500 civilians with a mounted machine gun. Oh, that one wasn't quick? It took 2 hours, and I was supposed to do it online? My absolute favorite part of the entire game, we need to pay off a $5,000 bounty. What better way to do that than to get some old-fashioned vengeance? I kill so many federal agents, I lost count. The game starts to bug out a bit when you kill so many people, but I kept going. I decided to do something a little special for the end of my Red Dead journey. I told my brother, yeah, the PS3 one, that I am making some headway on the main game trophies and invited him to watch. Little did he know I had made more than some progress. We were able to share this platinum together, wrapping up full circle with this experience. I could not have made this video without him, so thank you, Mitch. That was definitely the longest platinum I've ever taken to unlock, but it was worth every moment. This platinum was one of my most interesting ever. I have been in love with Rockstar games forever and a day, and it felt great to complete my first platinum for the series. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And, as always, stay funky.
If you want the best, you've got